Today we're talking cinnamon spells. Cinnamon spells are one of my favorite quick, easy pieces of magic that I like to do on a pretty regular basis. There are a lot of beliefs around cinnamon spells, how you do them, how to do them properly, and what I will say to that is take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I know I personally practice my cinnamon spells a little bit different than other people, but the fun thing about magic is it there's no one size fits all. It can change, it can fluctuate, and you do what works best for you. Now, a traditional cinnamon spell, how you frequently see them talked about and shown online, is you take a small amount of cinnamon, put it in your hand, blow it in your front door on the first of the month. Now, do you have to do it on the first of the month? Absolutely not. Now, some people believe it has to be done on the first of the month, but the way I see it is the first is just a good way to remember to do it consistently. So while sometimes I do it on the first of the month, I often just do it when I get the intuitive nudge to do it, which sometimes can mean once a week, other times it's on the full moon, and sometimes it's on a random Tuesday, middle of the month. There really isn't, the way I see it, too much difference into when you do it. I also like to kind of set parameters both with my regular warding of my home, but also consistent or regular abundance spells like the cinnamon spell. I like to program it in a way where I do get that intuitive nudge when it's time to refresh it, which for me just means it popping into my brain that, hey, it's been a while since you've done this, you should do it right now. Now is a good time. And I was getting that nudge today, which is why I was like, let's make a video about it. So now, while a typical cinnamon spell, you just got my little bag of ground cinnamon here, a pinch on your hand like that. I often like to tweak mine a little bit. Nutmeg carries very similar properties to cinnamon when it comes to spell work. So that means abundance, that means warmth. It's kind of a more fiery kind of spice herb spell ingredient. And because they are so similar and I use both of them very regularly, I like to enhance my cinnamon spell with a little pinch of nutmeg as well. And another thing I do is on occasion, I will add a tiny bit of ground coffee. Coffee is something I use in my spell work because the caffeine kind of speeds things up. That's the way I use it personally. So sometimes my little handful of cinnamon will look like cinnamon, nutmeg, a little tiny bit of coffee, and sometimes salt if I'm feeling a little need for extra protection. Now, the best way to do this is to stand outside your door facing inwards and blow it into your house. And this represents the abundance coming into your home. If you were to blow from inside your home outwards, then that would represent the abundance leaving. It's all about the representation and the energy work behind it. I also like to sit with the cinnamon or cinnamon and other ingredients in my hand, sometimes for just a few seconds, sometimes for a solid minute or two, and I like to focus my intention on it. So whether it's bringing in just a general abundance, whether it's, abundance through my business or a specific intention, if there is a certain amount of money I'm hoping to bring in, I could focus on that exact thing. But I personally like to let the energy work how it wants to work most times. So it's usually just feeling the warmth in my hand, feeling that weight, feeling the abundance, feeling myself already having it, and putting that energy into my hand and focusing it directly on my hand. I like to give a quick sweep of my front hall. Before I do this, for me, that represents just clearing out the old energy before I bring in the new energy, and I blow it in. Now, yes, it's gonna leave a little bit of cinnamon on your floor. Ideally, keep it there for a day or two before you sweep if you need to sweep. We do have pets in our house, and I have never had any issues with blowing the cinnamon into our home and it affecting the pets in any way. It tends to, I find, get so dispersed that you don't even really notice it on the ground. And when I incorporate things like coffee or salt into it, I do a very, very small amount because, again, it's the intention behind it, not the quantity of ingredient that makes the difference. So you don't really notice it too much. It's not getting chucked around the whole house, and it tends to work really well for me. I hope this answered a lot of your questions about cinnamon spells. I know there's so much information on them, but it is just such a great way to regularly, consistently practice your magic and add that energy into bringing abundance into your life. It is one of many spells that I do quite regularly, and yeah, I hope this helped, and I'm gonna go blow the cinnamon into my house. I will see you in the next video, and if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them into the comments and I will get back to you. Also, I hope that you'll please subscribe as I continue to post more of these witchy videos. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye!